If you've been following along, you know my husband and I have recently sold our house, and it was so exciting, emotional, stressful, and honest, one of the biggest seasons of change we've experienced in a very long time. Not because we sold a house, but because we lost a version of ourselves that we had really enjoyed for a while. One of the biggest lessons of this experience, though, is I've been told this for years. Actually, I think even in seventh grade, I was given by my teacher, at the end of seventh grade, she gave out superlatives. She gave me a pack of sugar and said I was the sweetest person she had ever known, even when I was in seventh grade. I have been accused by so many of my friends of just being too nice, sometimes even being taken advantage of for being too nice. And my standard line was, well, I'd rather be too nice than be an evil person. But the experience that we had with closing on the house has actually changed me. It changed me not to be hardened, but it changed me into not giving in to things that I don't find fair, to standing up for myself, to actually just saying, if you feel like you've done the right thing in every possible shape, way, and form, don't give in to bullies. Don't knock yourself short for someone else. So it was actually refreshing to just say nope, no more. And luckily, everything did turn out by the end of the day yesterday. The house is officially not ours anymore. Our next chapter is loading. Some of you have asked, well, what the hell is your next chapter? It's actually renewal. It's actually choosing myself and my peace over a whole bunch of other things. So right now, you can't tell in the background, not that great, but my husband and I are staying at a hotel for a month. It's one of those long stay type hotels, and it's just delightful. It's actually, everyone that works here is so nice. We have like a 2-bedroom little apartment efficiency, and at first we were like, oh my god, this is so small, and then we realized like this is just what we needed. It's super cozy, and it's allowing us to work and just kind of breathe again and decide like how do we want to show up next. And one of the ways we are showing up is we feel we're super healthy. I have been keeping off 76 pounds for 12 years. But you know what? There's always time to like refine, refresh, and renew yourself, whether you get your hair colored or, things like that. So my husband and I decided to refresh our health in this, and we're doing a whole bunch of different things with that, different strength building, different foods, and it's already paying off. It's really kind of cool. Our new program officially starts for our clients on August 10th. If you need a refresh in your health, just let me know. That's not what this is mostly about. It's more about choosing yourself. Don't be too nice at the cost of yourself. I'm still going to be kind because I don't know any other way to be, but I'm going to be more cautious now because sometimes when people show you their colors and you realize, wait, not everyone operates the way you do, not everyone is kind, not everyone has morals the way you do, it does teach you some lessons. In this renewal phase, there are some lessons I've learned about myself. Is actually a friend of mine, she's my best friend, she said this to me recently. She goes, you always figure it out. And I do. And we had to have a plan B yesterday if the contract wasn't signed on our house. And I woke up yesterday morning with like a plan B. And sometimes that's okay. We didn't have to pull the plan B, but we put things in motion if we had. And sometimes you just have to have a plan and just stick to your guns and just figure it out. And one of the things I would always say is move forward, take one step. Sometimes it's like one breath. Sometimes it could just be going for a walk. I just want you guys to know, I was not an exercise person ever in my life. My brother, who passed away when I was much younger, he was. He believed that was really important. I believed I'd rather just shop or sit on the beach or do absolutely nothing. And I lost all my weight actually with that mentality. But the past 2 years, as I've gotten in my mid-50s, I know it's really important not just to eat healthy, but to also, do some healthy exercise, walking every day, all of those things. And maybe you're not ready to go to the gym for an hour like I am. But I would tell you 2 years ago when I first started going to the gym, I probably only lasted about a half an hour. Now we're pretty much an hour at the gym. But start baby steps, whatever it is. If you're working on your mindset, which I work on every single day, how do I work on mindset, you might ask? My 2 cents on mindset is you got to do it every day. So every single day I listen to, I try. Now, this morning I listened to an amazing Mel Robbins podcast. I highly recommend it. She interviewed, the name of the person was Shelly Ann. She achieved insane results as an Olympian runner, even when people told her she was too old at 32. And sometimes the rest of us feel we're too old or it's too late. It's never too late. And it was such an inspiring podcast. But I want you guys to know the truth. My 2 cents on the podcast, it was fabulous. It filled me up. It was great today. Had I listened to it yesterday morning, I probably wouldn't have the same response. I would have been like, well, that's great for her, but I'm sitting here in stress and disappointment and all the things. So it's okay to feel that way sometimes, but what it's not okay is to let you stay stuck and stay there. So sometimes you have to wallow in your own stress and your own down times. But just don't stay there. That's what my 2 cents really today is. We all have problems. Every single person I know right now has either a small problem, a big problem, or a bigger problem. I remember years ago, a dear friend of mine, she said to me, her kids were older than when my son was little, and her kids were already older, and she goes, what you don't understand is little kids, little problems. Big kids, bigger problems. And people think when your kids are technically adults, all the problems go away. No, they don't. It's still, I don't know about you guys, but I'm 56 and I still have problems. So my mom's, she's not the same mom I grew up with. So I try really hard not to share my problems with her because I don't want to put more stress on her in any way. So, and that, guys, that's such a loss because my parents were the parents that I always felt like I had a safety net. If all went to hell, I always could rely on my parents. It's not that anymore. But, blessings come and blessings go. I still have my mom here, and that's a huge blessing. But unlike a lot of people I see on social media that literally hate their mother-in-law, I would love to do a whole entire show on just how much I love my mother-in-law. I don't know how I got so blessed. And know what, you guys, I always talk about my mother-in-law being one of my closest friends. She super is. All the stress my husband and I were experiencing, he did not tell his mom. I did. He doesn't even, actually, I hope he doesn't even listen to this podcast this week because he doesn't even know I told her how stressful it's been. But I always talk about my mother-in-law, not my father-in-law, and this is why. There is a thing that people hate their mother-in-laws. So I think I share more about how much I don't hate my mother-in-law. But my father-in-law is a gem. He is just, oh my God, also blessed with him. He is just, if you ever wanted to feel good about yourself, if you're ever feeling bad about yourself, if you could call my father-in-law, he would make you feel better. He just is just such a caring, amazing individual, and him and I do have our love of shopping together. But anyway, I just wanted to come here and just share honestly from the heart. Every season you go through, there are so many hard seasons, but the thing about hard seasons that I have learned, you're always going to come out of them eventually. Now the timing might not be the timing you want. Things have changed a lot in our lives, but I'm also finally okay, what's next? Instead of mourning what I've lost, I decided to stop living in the past. Actually, last night, I finally said, okay, what's next for us? And I don't even really know. The only thing I really know right now is 2 things. We're staying in this hotel for a month and we're loving it. And friends and some family really show you who they are in times of stress and sadness. We had so many good friends and some family that just, thank goodness for them the past 4 days. Thank goodness for them. Plus the little doggy that I don't live next door to anymore, but I'm going to still see her as much as I possibly can. She also helped because that's what dogs do. Anyway, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. Go drink some coffee if you want. go for a walk, and just know that this is just the way life is. It is a roller coaster. And if anyone tells you it's not, or you ever see on social media, it seems like somebody's life is perfect, let me just tell you, it's not. It's not. They might not share it, but it's not. So anyway, spread kindness, but not too much. Okay? Don't spread so much kindness that you get used in your kindness.